Welcome to Women Awakening. I'm Cynthia James, and this network is about changing lives one woman at a time. Welcome to Women Awakening. We're changing lives one woman at a time. My guest today is this beautiful woman sitting next to me. Her name is Esperide. And there's a longer name. Tell us your name.
Hi, Cynthia. Thank you for having me with you. Well, I have been for 26 years a citizen of Damanhur, this wonderful spiritual community in Italy. And there we choose, as we progress on our spiritual path, different names. So we start with a mythological or animal name. That would be my Esperide name. That in the Greek mythology, the Hesperides were the guardians of the Garden of Knowledge. And it's also a large family of butterflies. They fly at sunset. Then because that name had a little bit of twilight zone in it, I chose Ananas, which means pineapple, as my second name. And then for my mineral name, I chose amethyst. So my full name is Esperide Ananas Amethysta, which is very long.
It's beautiful though. Butterfly, pineapple, and
amethyst.
And an amethyst. So we are in Italy right this very moment, and we are sitting on the grounds of Damanhur. Tell us, as a woman, what called you here, and why is it important to you?
So, you know that we have built these beautiful temples inside the mountain. When I came here for the first time, these temples were still secret. And I was actually the first person besides the citizens of Damanhur and the police that had come into the temples before to see those temples. And I was invited because at that time I was quite a well-known PR in Italy, and they asked me to come help the community to tell the story of the temples to the world. So that's why I was the first one. When I visited the temple and I reached the hall dedicated to the goddess, the hall of water, I almost fainted with an incredibly overwhelming emotion of being in a place that I totally could not understand, and yet I knew where I was. And that is the feminine room. So from the very beginning I felt that my path in Damanhur had to be somehow connected to me being a woman and to the work I had already done with women before, because I worked for the United Nations in New York with developing programs for women. So that's always been a lot of my heart, in the idea that we can transform women and we can give women equal access to opportunities, we will then transform the world much faster.
Well, you are definitely a sister from another mother, because we have
a lot of the same ideas.
Exactly. Yes. What I want you all to know is that the temples of humankind are extraordinary. They are built inside of a mountain. Four ley lines intersect, and it is a place of synchronicity and beauty, and the art inside of the temples is not just sacred geometry and beauty, but it's created from love and deep commitment to humanity. And so I'm grateful to be here. And tell me about your programs that you do with women.
We have a deep understanding that to be a full human being, you need to integrate your feminine and your masculine sides. If you're a woman, it's easier to start from your feminine and then integrate the masculine. If you're a man, it's the opposite. But then at a certain point in our maturity as human beings and spiritual beings, we need to be able to reverse those roles inside ourselves and integrate fully. Then that's when life is created. The union of the masculine and the feminine can create life in physical sense, or it can create life in the sense of art and beauty and constant transformation and integration. So that's the philosophy at the basis of the work with women and men. I specialize in work with women because I feel that now women are really awakening fast. And two things happen sometimes. That women need help with this awakening because they feel confused, or that women need help in understanding maybe why the men in their life are not changing so fast, and that sometimes creates pain and separation. And I've seen lots of couples dissolve because the woman is changing so fast, but maybe leaving behind some things that are important, and they can be integrated in the transformation.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Well, you and I were talking about that, and it's the reason I wrote my last book. I choose me to invite women to choose themselves, honor themselves, but in a way that opens the heart and invites in loving and care and support without having to feel like you have to be at war to get it.
Absolutely. And if we don't do that, everybody's going to end up unhappy.
Right.
Because what's the point of being awakened women and then we're lonely and alone? And what's the point? It doesn't make us happy, does it?
Exactly.
So I think it would be much better, as more we open, the more we make space to help the other souls. And we all, men and women, transform. And then in the next generations, maybe this split between the masculine and the feminine will be less and less and less strong. And we go towards this idea of being androgynous spiritually.
Exactly.
Okay, no matter what is my physical body, but my soul, I can create this unity of these aspects within me.
It's beautiful. How do people find you?
Thank you. Well, they can email me, and my name is Esperide.
Spell it for us.
Esperide at Damanhur, DAMANHUR.org. Esperide at Damanhur.org. That's
Beautiful.
the best way.
Beautiful. So, what's the one thing you want to leave women with? What's the one message you want to leave the women with?
I think really this idea that if we want to be happy, fulfilled women, we have to open our hearts so much to embrace also others. Other women, the men in our life, the work partners, and then life in a more extended form. So animals and plants and everything there is. The process to happiness is a process of opening and integrating, not separating.
Beautiful. So, ladies, what I want you to know is that sitting next to me is an example of a woman who's courageous and brave and standing in her destiny. And it's available for you. I appreciate your coming to this network. I want you to keep coming back. We're going to keep bringing more and more videos. You're important. You matter. Without you, there would be a hole. And so what I want you to know is that love you, honor you, choose you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.